Hello, guys, and we are now at the end of this EP, but not at the end of Band-Maid content. You can bet your nan's left butt cheek on that. But yeah, we're on to the final song, so I'm just gonna obviously do what I've been doing for most of these videos. We're gonna play the song, do a quick reaction, quick little review. But on the end of this video as well, I'm gonna tack on a little bit of an album review, so it might be a little bit longer than the other videos that you guys have seen. So I hope you guys will bear with me. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content enough to be able to relax and go through this with me. It means the world, honest to God, it really does. So the next one, or the last one, is called Hate, which is obviously like not true because we all know the girls are unable to hate anybody. It's all about the love. Bow. But yeah, let's jump into this one. Guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video as well, and hit that red button if you haven't already. I would really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All right, let's do this. I'm kind of interested to see how they end this. Nice. Nice. Don't worry, guys. I don't hate you. Wow. Okay. So I feel like that song was a little bit more structured than the other ones for sure. That one felt a little bit more I want to say in like the pop rock genre a little bit. It's really hard because they have these moments where they can go out of control and really like make a song like really unique. And this song's um a little bit structured a little bit more. Where I said like with the other songs, it feels like every band member's kind of let loose a little bit. This song felt way more restrained, way more structured, way more of a pattern to it. Not as much in your face apart from like when it's going into obviously the verse and the chorus. Apart from obviously the Misa bass solo, absolutely amazing, as well as the guitar solos as well. But again, Akane's not getting the message at all in this EP. She's going absolutely freaking nuts, and I love it. I'm all for that. But yeah, this song's feel a little bit more scaled back in comparison to the other ones. So yeah, it's kind of strange to end in this one. So, but I really, really loved it. I thought it was really, really good. It definitely highlighted the girls, obviously their best bits as well. But again, a bit of a weird one to end on. I feel like this would have been better, like maybe as like the seventh or maybe like sixth song, and then have like Influencer and Corellia maybe at the end. So it feels a bit weird this one to end on this one. Um, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's been much better songs in this EP um, than this one. So yeah, it feels a bit like a little bit of one to end on. But like I said, with that like niggling thing aside, ah man, a really really great song, really really catchy, and especially like I said, the hallmark of a really really good song, especially is like when you hear it for the first time and you start singing along. Like if a song can do that, if it's got that hook, that pull, then you've nailed it. Then you've done your job. Whoever's written the song has freaking earned their paycheck, as far as I'm concerned, because that's what music's all about. It's all about a catchy, groovy, good time. And this is definitely a song. Like I said, I don't think it's as technically as good as some of the songs that we've already heard, but it has that hook. I can see loads. If I passed somebody on the street and they were singing "I hate you, I hate you, I hate," I know it would be a Band-Maid song. I would know instantly like, because it has that hook in it. I can see lots of people listening to this for the first time and singing over or singing along with Psyche, which I think is a great hallmark for a great song. So yeah, maybe not technically the best, but maybe the best. I would say I don't know. It's a bit of a catch-22 because I would say it's the best structured in a like traditional song format. But the problem is like Band-Maid are not traditional. Like like what makes them so good is that they go out their way and they do different things. So yeah, a bit of a weird one to end on, I think. For me, not the high I was kind of hoping for. But to be fair, when you've got 8 songs on a track and every single one of them peaks, one song's not gonna reach that, or 2 songs on an album usually or an EP like don't quite manage to hit the heights. I have that general feeling with this one. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't say I'm ending it. This song's more on a negative note. I just feel like the other songs have been so good, so technically brilliant. Um, to end on a bit of a more traditional layered song, I don't know. It feels a bit weird. It feels like an odd choice to me. Maybe it's a song that they've just tacked on because they had it. It was just there, and they thought, "Oh fuck it, we'll put it on the end." I don't know. I don't know. It's still like I said. I hate criticizing all songs or having my opinion when I think of these things because I feel like, oh, he's hating on Band-Maid. I am not hating on Band-Maid. I'm just giving my honest opinions. Yeah, it just feels like a really weird choice to me. Personally, I don't know. I would have liked to end on another thing. So I'm gonna say it's a really really good song, but I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Probably my least favorite of the entirety of the EP, probably for sure. Not because it's not a good song, but just because, like I said, the other songs have such a high standards, have set such a high bar. It's kind of really hard to keep any band, no matter who you are, to keep that intensity all the way. And I just thought it was, like I said, I just thought it was a weird choice to end on, to be honest. But again, let me know in the comments. Let me like, am I being a little bit too harsh there? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, and of what your opinions are for that last song as the ending for an EP. But now I'm gonna get into the album review as well. honestly, maybe a little bit of a controversial opinion here. Um, I actually maybe like this EP better than Unseen World. That is me dodging the hate. No, I honest to God, it's absolutely amazing. And you know what? Again, it's that progression. I really feel like every release or everything that band may do, I feel like they progression. I feel like they're progressing as musicians. I feel like they're progressing as people. Um, I feel like in their personal lives, I feel like they're doing better. And I feel like that's reflected in like Misa. Obviously, she's cut down on the drink a little bit. She's come out and said, "Hey, I feel a little bit better, a little bit more confident in myself." And I feel like this EP really reflects that. I feel like she has a bit more of a standout role, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more cockiness, but in a good way, to really kind of come out and shine, and show her kind of like true colors a little bit. I feel like I said, I feel like the songwriting has gone up another level. I feel like they've done really well with the structure of it. Um, how it's gone about, how it's layered, how the interludes kick in. I really love the intros to like the little starter intros to each of these songs. There's always a little bit of flair, always a little bit something different. I really like that. It doesn't just go straight into the song. Sometimes it like they give you that little 5 second kind of glimpse intro to work it into it. And I like that. I like that it's different all the time. What I would say with that is I would like them to use it a little bit more sparingly. I mean, it's just an EP, so I don't know. Maybe again, I don't want to be critical of that. I'm trying to like get like niggles here, so this review is not like ultra perfect. But yeah, I hope they don't overuse the intro trope. It's really good for this EP, and I really enjoyed it. I just hope they don't do that for like every single song moving forward. I feel like it was really good for this EP, but I just hope it's not overused. So that's not a criticism of this EP at all. That's maybe just a warning, maybe going forward. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I just hope they don't lean too much into that, you know. Which I really liked. Maybe the most negative thing I could probably take away from this as well is I would like. I mean, I was talking about Psyche, and I think Psyche's vocals are absolutely amazing. By the way, absolutely amazing. Considering this is an EP and maybe a little bit more experimental, I would have liked her. I would have liked her to have a song maybe that makes her shine. I was going to criticize her and say maybe I'd like her to do more vocally, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like maybe for this EP, those songs and her voice are perfect for it, and they're written for her voice to be that way. But I would like to see her do something different in terms of maybe her voice, maybe her approach to some songs. Just for instance, their acoustic set, I thought her voice was like the voice of an angel. Honest to God, it was so good. Um, and I'd like to see a little bit more of that. I'd like to see more of that, like maybe step back from the chaotic approach and really let her shine a little bit more. I feel like sometimes, like I said, I feel like Misa's had a moment on this EP. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. I thought the songwriting and Akane also had her moment on this. Akane has just had her moment in every single fucking song. Honest to God, she's been absolutely incredible. But I feel like probably the two people that I've maybe taken a little bit more of a knock than most have been Psyche and maybe to an extent as well Miku. I know Miku has obviously the singing parts and stuff like that. And I feel like her backing vocals have been absolutely amazing. She can sing just by herself. Backing vocals sometimes feels a little, I don't know, a little bit like a step down. Again, I would like maybe more, but again, maybe that takes away from Psyche, so maybe not. There's definitely a balance to be struck there, I think. But all in all, I feel like all the girls stepped up the game. I'd just like to see a little bit more. I don't know. I just feel like Psyche needs that. She just needs that song, that song that just really suits her down to the ground, where she can stretch her vocals a little bit, and really kind of show what she's got. Maybe surprise us all a little bit. I know it's really hard because I believe she had obviously she's had like surgery on her throat and stuff, and maybe that's the reason she stays in that kind of tune and that tone, and kind of just like tries not to overstretch her voice a little bit too much, because obviously you don't want her to redo an injury. So if she's comfortable with that, I'm totally happy with it. I'm 100% happy with that as well, because she sounded phenomenal. I think this is more. I think this is more of what I want than more what the band should do. If that makes sense. I think for me personally, that's what I would like to see. So this is not like a criticism of like the EP or the band. I think this is more of just like what I was kind of hoping for. I feel like the oh, excuse me, sorry. Bless you, bless me, sorry, bless you as well. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, I really feel like the with it being an EP, it was like a really a good chance to do something different. And I feel like maybe like a really soft song, or I don't know. I don't even know if a soft song would suit her voice. It would suit her voice because I've heard the acoustic, but just something that really to really elevate her, if that makes sense. Like the whole band, I feel like could work on doing a song to like really push her out, to make her comfortable, and maybe to a certain extent make her the center of attention. Like no no over the top basses, no over the top drumming, like really kind of really give her moment to shine. And I feel like that's a little bit lacking, not only in this EP but like for general Band-Maid stuff as well. Again, I don't know whether or not that's a her thing, not wanting to, or that she's comfortable. But then again, like I said, you could release these songs all the time and I would be freaking well happy. um no, anyway, so that's the little things I kind of would hope they would do in the future a little bit, maybe a little bit of a negative takeaway. I feel like the EP could have really kind of broken up with like maybe a soft song, maybe a slower song. But maybe they're saving that in the backlog for if they want to drop in between albums and stuff. Because a lot of the songwriting really feels like it's chaotic. They've stepped up the game. The songwriting ability has been absolutely phenomenal. Probably for me personally, the best it's been. The best it's been. They're really taking the step up on that whole entire album for everybody. Like I said before, I feel like with Misa, with like the less drinking, I feel like she's coming into her own. Kane again has managed to find another level. Yeah, it's they're all really meshing together. So like even if they did like a soft song, or they didn't give like Psyche that really vocal point, which I feel she needs. That again, this is just my opinion. I feel like she could really do with that song that really kind of sets her apart a little bit more. I feel like that's something they could do. And again, this is me nitpicking, by the way. This is me literally trying to just like think of what I can think of to not make this album review so freaking perfect. But yeah, like just the whole EP um is I don't know, like a really great experiment, and I really love it. I really love the sounds. The What impressed me the most here, and I think I see it in the music videos as well, like the girls seem to be enjoying themselves. I feel like they're like with each song and each album, each EP, each single, whatever, I feel like they find themselves a little bit more. And as a Band-Maid fan, the more that they release stuff, the more I fall in love with it. I feel myself being along on this journey. I feel like I'm growing, alongside these girls, living my life or living through their lives as well, on this journey when they release songs. And it's so good because they don't stay still. And this is the biggest compliment I can ever give Band-Maid. They are not the band that rests on their laurels, that stays in this moment and goes, "Oh, okay, this album was successful. Let's try and replicate that." Nah, man, it's like, no, let's not replicate it. Let's improve on it. Let's get better at this. And every album is an extension of that. Like every release is an improvement. It's the next step, the next level. Um, and it just keeps going. Like you, every time they release something, I think, oh, it can't get better than this. It's the pinnacle for me. And then the next album will release, and I'm like, how the fuck have they done it? How they done it again? There's only so many times I feel like they can do it, and they just keep surprising me every single time. It gets better and better and better and better. Like, God forbid, touch wood, that the day never comes where they sort of plateau. And you know what? I have no reason to believe that they ever will. I honestly, God, they just seem to be growing more confidence, growing in their own self belief, as well. The songwriting gets better and better and better. It's technically better. It's structured better. The vocals are better. Miku's playing is better. Kane is just like, I don't know. I got no words, man. I got no words for this. Um, it's been incredible. It's gonna be a tough choice for me because, like, literally, my favorite bit of this whole EP has, I don't know. This is a hard choice. I don't even know if I can choose. I honestly don't know if I can choose. I've loved every little piece of Misa in this EP, but I've also loved every single thing the other girls have done. Um, and they've all improved so much. But I don't know if I have it in me to say this is my favorite because they've all come out of their shells a little bit. They've all improved, and they've all improved in such a way that I love every single freaking thing that they're doing. It's I don't know. It it feels wrong just to say, oh, it's Misa, or oh, it's a Akane. I can't do that. I physically cannot do that. I'm just like, I love it all. Like, there's been so much improvement from all of them that it feels unfair to just mark one out when all of them have made such vast improvements. And that is a testament in itself for me. That just shows how much these girls are growing and how much better the music is. For me, I would give the EP as a whole a blistering, I don't know, fuck it. I was going to say 9.5, but I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Honest to God, I would go as far to say as I enjoyed the EP, maybe better than the album. Um, it's so crazy. There definitely could have been variety on this album for sure. I know it. Well, this EP. Sorry, I keep saying album. I apologize. There definitely could be like a bit of more variety. I feel. But again, save that for an album. Save that for a proper release. This EP's been phenomenal. I've really loved the experimentation that's been going on. Again, Akani's taken it up another notch. Misa's really up the game. The songwriting has been obviously on par. The solos as well has been just incredible. Like, all the girls have really lifted their game up. All I can say is it's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be a Band-Maid fan, and long may it continue. And I hope, masters and princesses, that you have enjoyed this album reaction and review. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the album review. I've tried to be a little bit critical there. I've not tried to go all in like niceness. I've tried to nitpick some things a little bit, but again, it's more of my own opinion on what I would like to see more than like a fault of this EP. I feel I'm really stretching to find something hard to talk about, to like say in a negative light, because realistically to me there is none. I've just given it a perfect 10 out of 10. I don't think there is. But yeah, absolutely amazing, guys. If you've made it this far and you've done it, let me know in the comments if you've watched all my videos. I for this album review, I would really, really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Take care, and adios, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love you all. Take care. God bless.